This is solving inequalities. The first thing we're going to go over are the terms that we use when we talk about inequalities. We talk about the term less than, and this is the symbol that goes with it. If we say less than and we're drawing out a graph of the information, the dot is open. And you'll understand that more in a second. For less than or equal to, it looks the same, it just has a line underneath it, kind of like half of an equal sign. And for that, the dot is filled, like that. Greater than, you just flip it. Again, open dot. Greater than or equal to, has the line underneath the sign. That means that the dot is filled. And not equal to is the last one, and this is the way it looks. An equal sign with a slash, and your dot is open. Okay, so let's graph x is greater than or equal to 2. Now, I need to decide what numbers are going to be on my line. You typically want at least 4 numbers. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 here in the middle because that's what I'm working with. 3, 4, 1, 0. Okay, now I notice this right here. In my symbol, that means that I need to have a closed dot. So I'm going to go to the number 2, and I'm just going to make a closed dot right there. And now I have to decide which way to shade, right or left. So x is greater than or equal to 2. So it's got to be numbers. Let's see, would 1 fit in here? Is 1 greater than or equal to 2? No, that's not true. So we need to shade this way as the numbers get higher. Okay, next. -3 is greater than or equal to x. First thing I'm going to do is put my marks on the line, -3. Now, when we're dealing with negative numbers, you really have to think about your number line, okay? 0 isn't going to be on the left, it's going to be on the right because we're dealing with negative numbers, so we're getting higher as we go to the right and lower as we go to the left. Okay. Now I notice, again, this symbol tells me it needs to be a closed dot and it needs to be at the number 3. Closed dot, number 3. Okay, now I have to decide where I'm shading, which direction. There are 2 ways to do this. The first way is to input a number. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say -4. So is -3 greater than or equal to -4? That's true. So I'm going to shade that direction. Or we can take this whole thing and we can flip so that the sign is on the left, and just make sure that it's still pointing away, just like it is in the picture. See how it's pointing away there? Pointing away, -3. So that's showing us that we are, in fact, shading this direction. So I'm just going to go ahead and shade that direction. Okay. So let's take this and let's actually solve an inequality. It's just like we do when we're solving an equation. So the first thing that we have to do is distribute. And I know that because of the parentheses. So -6r, and -6 times -5 is a positive 30, is less than or equal to 9r. Okay, now I can start moving things from one side to another. I'm going to move the 6. Plus 6r, plus 6r. So I come out with 30 is less than or equal to, and 9 plus 6 is 15r. Okay, I'm almost there. I need to divide each side by 15. 30 divided by 15 is 2. less than or equal to r. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and graph it. Draw my number line. And I put 2 in the middle there. 3, 4, 1, 0. Okay, so 2 is less than or equal to r. So I know I got to put a dot on the 2, fill it in because I have less than or equal to. And if it's less than or equal to r, that means that we could put in, let's put in 3 right here. So is 3 greater than or equal to 2? Yes, that's true. So I need to shade this way. So I hit the 3. And that's how inequalities work.